All right, I'm making a quick on this. All right, I told you guys yesterday I went out and had purchased this, and I had problems with actually just with the way they do business. I mean, I just think it's kind of atrocious. The whole thing. I mean, like I said, it could be a misunderstanding on my part, and maybe not. It's what this is the Canik Mete, whatever you guys want to call it. And it's really the SFX version, a longer barrel. And basically what I'm talking about is that compensator right there. Came from 45Blast. Let me tell you something. These people have a fantastic product. I haven't cleaned the gun yet, as you can tell. I just got back from the range. And yeah, let me see if I can get that's that fancy camera work, all right? Yeah, don't worry, I ain't charging no extra for the camera work. All right, as you can tell, I just came back. But yeah, I'll put a quick video of my first shot with this thing. Now, the problem I've been having with this Canik Mete is not very often, but I would say about every 200 yards, I've been getting a stovepipe.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And this cleared that up. It really did. It really cuts the recoil down. It could be my imagination, but yeah, see, they always start getting wear and tear. And anyway, it could be my imagination, but it actually it made it better. So I mean, if you guys were ever on the fence or thinking about this thing, I'm telling you, you could do worse. I mean, this thing really, it reduces the felt recoil. I only put a few hundred rounds through it today, probably 3. All right. The club was kind of busy, as it always is on a Sunday, but, I really wanted to get out there. I think what's going to happen when I clean it is I'm going to clean it kind of like I do a semi-automatic rifle, right? I will open the breech and I will clean it right through here and here. The spring up in here, you don't really need to clean every time. But so probably, a couple times a year, I'll actually take this off and do a deep clean of everything. And other than that, just do a field clean on it. It does add weight, okay? But, when you're shooting, you've got, right here anyway. And that's the one thing I really love about these Caniks. They've recessed right here for me to grab a hold. So I got my 3 fingers between there and the mag well, right? Then it's undercut here and here, right? And it just happens to be a really good thing for, So it is heavier, but when you're shooting it, it reduces the felt recoil and this muzzle flip. So it's actually more pleasant to shoot, all right? But yeah, kudos off to 45Blast. They made a pretty good product. Customer service sucks. I will tell you that, hold on here. Right there at the gun belt is what I use. It's a Wolf or something. I have these right here. Okay, these are universal. You can screw them, unscrew them, tighten them up. Everything from my 1911 to the Beretta, the M9s fit in here. The Canik fit in here. Except for it's real sloppy, kind of sticky. What's happening is all this front. So I actually had to break down and buy their holster for $150, right? But let me tell you something. As far as a range gun, race gun, yeah, every bit of it, man. This is probably I don't think it would ever be my go-to gun. And bear with me for 2 seconds. I've just recently switched from the 1911 to this regard. Boy, you hear that? See, feel how you just, if you could feel how smooth that is, right? But see it right there? This thing is really my go-to. I've changed the handle. This is a wood grip that I've put on there. But yeah, pretty much you can tell it's what I would use as my go-to. I like the external safety. If I'm gonna have to carry it for any length of time, all right, I really, really like the external safety, and I don't particularly care much. Uh, I mean, this is great for the range, but for safety's sake, when I go out, I most definitely I prefer to have an external safety. This right here, I mean, besides revolvers that I own, is really this is the only semi-automatic pistol that I own without an external safety. And I know there's you guys can have whatever opinions you want about external safeties. I absolutely prefer them. But I got to tell you, I bought this thing because I like the looks of it. But I stand corrected. I am telling you that this thing really did what they say it will do. Now, there's the disadvantage on the cleaning of it, right? But, it's not that big of a deal to take a few screws out, take it off once in a while, and clean it. The benefit far outweighs the negative. Now, like I said, their customer service, I'm not a fan of that. Taking your money and being that late on shipment, you guys need to really, really work on that. But your product is absolutely great. But anyway, like I said, I did a video on this thing, the 45Blast, and yeah. So, is it worth the $200? Yeah, absolutely. And look, you can ask anybody that knows me. I'm a cheap ass. Right? Yes, so, I don't know if you heard my wife. She's like, yes, sir. But yeah, I don't like paying money for things that don't perform. And, when you collect guns and you have a lot of firearms, you guys know you have a bucket of holsters, right? You have a bucket of mag pouches. You have magazines from guns that you don't even remember owning laying around your house. I try to minimize that, but yeah, I mean, it just, I really enjoyed this. That thing, it just improved and enhanced it, and I had no stovepipes. And if you ask anybody that owns a Canik, okay, they're gonna tell you. Well, if they're honest with you, they're gonna tell you that they do get stovepipes every once in a while. And like I said, it usually happens about every 100, every 200 rounds. And I put like 300 rounds through this thing today, and man, it really performed flawlessly. The felt recoil, the muzzle flip that you usually get, I mean to tell you, it really, really helped. I would say it probably reduced that muzzle flip by at least 50 to 60%, and that's quite a lot. I all the vents on my slide up here plus here, I could feel the heat reduction here too. It really reduced the heat. So, all right, kudos for these people. God bless everybody. This was just a quick video to let you know what happened, okay? Maybe if you're really lucky, I shall put a quick clip of my wife's shooting. All right, I think you'll think it's funny. All right, God bless. Bye bye.
Okay, what are we doing?
All right, first rain trip with 45Blast compensator. Let's see what happens.
Woohoo!
Right?
Good job, Pops.
All right. All right, my dear.
Hey, stop me. This looks familiar.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Good. Yeah. Look at this. Look at that.